Good morning, everyone. My name is Rashi Singh, and as you all already know, we all have gathered here for demonstration of Master's project. And first of all, I would like to take a moment to thank all of you for attending this presentation. So, moving ahead, my other team members are Harvinder Singh Sidhu, Rupinder Kaur, and Gaganjot Kaur. And the product which we worked on is named as Outdoor Education Hierarchy Builder, and it is named so because it will be basically used for the education purpose. So moving on to the next slide. So these are the topics which we are going to cover up in today's presentation. So moving ahead. So I would like to talk about product brief, which is actually what our product offers. So it actually defines HIREC, where HIREC stands for Hazard Identification, Risk Assessment, and Control. So in order to understand these words, I'll describe each of these words separately, where hazard is basically a source or situation uh, where it is potential where there is potential for harm in terms of human injury or damage to any property. So, and talking about risk, it is the combination of chances of occurrence of any kind of injury or damage and the seriousness of it. And moving to the risk assessment. Risk assessment is actually the process of evaluating the risk arising from any kind of hazards. So, when do we carry out the risk assessment? There are three ways which people follows, such as before any kind of activity, sometimes during an activity, or maybe sometimes after an activity. So it is always better to carry out any risk assessment before an activity in order to prevent someone from getting injured. So it is always better to plan something in advance rather than doing it later and planning for next time. So talking about the components of risk management, there are four basic components of risk management, that is hazard identification, risk assessment, risk control, and review, which my friends are going to discuss in further slides. Talking about the importance of highway, as you can see this chart which I have taken from one of the website, it shows rates of the accident which are caused by any kind of sports. So as you can see here, the boys football is has most of the cases of incidents. So in such way, there are many outdoor activities which causes many injuries. Sometimes it leads to health that are also a legal requirement. Sometimes, such as when university organizes an activity for students, so they have legal requirement that they have to uh, first of all consider high personal experience as I work as a PCA in aged care facilities. So there also we always have to keep in our mind the hierarchy, and we always have to first go identify the hazards and then assess the risk, and then we take measures to control. Moving on to the next slide. So talking about the problem statement, which was actually given by our client as when we had meeting with him, he told us that they use the method of copying and pasting, which is they copy the relevant data which is relevant to some specific activity, and they copy all of that from different multiple files and paste it into just one file. So it is so much of time consuming process, and it is a manual tasking which also leads to the more of the human errors. So these were the main problems of our client, which we tried to solve by developing the higher builder. So from next slide, my other team member will take over. So over to Harvinder. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Harinder Singh Sidhu. My student ID is 30363461. I am the team member of this project. I'm going to discuss about the literature to the product as well as methodology relevant to the product, and I'll just get back a little bit with touch with the tasks that are undertaken to the development of the product. As uh, in the research article, Bob Barton, there are a lot of things that government has to face in 2006 when there are a lot of incidents are taking place when people are going on the outdoor activities, as well as they are not aware about the hazards and in the different atmospheric conditions. So the government appoint the EVCs. They are known as educational visit coordinators. So these are the people, they are educated with the different uh, knowledge and with the different they have pretty good experience, we can say that, and as well as like they are um, the professionals. So they are letting the people know about the hazards and their control measures by conducting activities, online activities, uh, as well as by going into the schools, letting the staff know, and the also the government also put a special course in the schools and colleges and universities about that to learn about the hazards and when before going to the activities. So you'll be able to know well about the hazards and their related control measures. So for these all the procedures, so uh, that is very, I think I can say that that is very good. So if we talk about the method they're using, that's a paperwork, as well as the other researchers are using in the propelling core industry in India, they are using the tables, as well as they're using the we can say that the diagrams. Moreover, the other researchers are using the bow tie diagrams. The South and Irani, in one of the articles, he wrote that that are a bit easier to understand. But when the talk comes to the generation of the report, that's not relevant. So all the things come under to the problem. So which is the manual handling. If we can have a look at the tables, if we have to look at the paperwork, as well as um, the the things like the diagrams that are a bit easier to understand, but as I can say that not able to generate the reports. So our product is the proposed solution of this all whole the problem, which is a bit easier to use, as well as we can manipulate the reports as well. So it is cost effective also. And moreover, if we talk about the research, if in the background of we have to generate the reports, so there are a lot of coding is available. So online, so the article we have to search on that. That is Excel VBA with starters, as well as moreover power programming with VBA. This application that is developed is a proposed solution, is a bit easier to use, and moreover it is pocket friendly also to the government. And the YouTube learning from the videos tutorials point is bit very helpful to us to generate the backend. And the methodology part, we have done the methodology, as we have the agile methodology is used in this development of the product, as well as which is implementing an iterative approach, which is we can say that we have divided the task into the sprints. Moreover, the brief tasks I'll discuss that the task undertaken is that designing, coding, and the testing. So these are the tasks that are comes under the sprints. So I'll just pass on to my next team member. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, my name is Vinder Kaur and I am a team member of this master project. And my student ID is 30365545. Now I am going to discuss my part developing the product to describe the project. We have followed the agile process throughout the project. The process in the development was incremental and iterative with respect to the agile approach. And we have followed in the three steps that we use to develop our product. That's shown following: initiation, planning, and sprints. Moving to the further slide, the first step was the initiation, in which the product requirements were understood and worked on these requirements. Now, continue with planning process, the next step of the project, which we included the start date and end date of the project, got finalized and according to the course timeline, as well as the whole planning of the product was fixed in the Gantt chart. And work down break structure, estimating and scheduling was also included in this part. The third step was tasks of the product, which we divided into three sprints. The design we have been provided in the sprint 1 in the macros Excel like as the front end that satisfied the user stories, and we have worked on two user stories, that is admin and end user. Now going on to the sprint 2. We have been added the database for the application to generate the report, and we have collaboration with stakeholders, client and supervisor, and weekly meeting with our lecturer. She will be able to know that we are going into the right direction and we are on the track or not. And if we are distracted, then she was there to help us. Also, we have lot of learning from YouTube videos, and the relevant research is about the coding part, which is very helpful as the Excel programming with VBA. Moreover, we choose the backend as a Visual Basic using macro Excel in the sprint 3. To build an application, all the information and knowledge is gathered by working and putting efforts on Visual Basics and macros in Excel. That has to be done in the research part of the development process. As per the design of the application, there are some added functionalities in the final stage of the product to make it work properly, and that functionality exported into PDF and docs documents, depending on the user in the report. In addition to the backend, consumed more time for the additional functionalities on the basis of infrastructure of the front end to work properly. After the coding and testing, the final product is ready to be delivered. We were faced a lot of errors and hurdles, in which included front-end errors and back-end errors, and took a lot of researches from YouTube videos and websites is about how to use Visual Basic and Excel in this project. Thank you very much. Now over to Gaganjot Kaur, my team partner.
Hello, my name is Gaganjot Kaur. I am the team leader of my Hirec Master project. Now, I am going to explain what are the applications of this product and how it will be used. So first of all, I would like to clarify that who will use this product. The Hirec application would be used to produce a report of hazards of different outdoor tasks for outdoor education team. It will provide relevant information on the hazards associated with specific activities such as rock climbing, hiking, camping, canoeing, skiing, and many more. This report will have information on the risk management of those hazards, as well as control mechanisms. It can be used by someone who is not IT expert, who do not have information related to the IT, and it can the exporting of the report can be done in simple steps, and will not use a lot of time of the users. So now I am going to show the process of using this product. So this product is used to generate a report within few minutes without wasting much of the time of the users. So here is the login page of this product. Here we can enter as an admin or an end user. Now I am showing to enter as an admin. After after that we have to log in, and then we will get a screen like this. Here is the entry form for user. So here the user or admin can enter the information in all the fields and can save that information, and then one row will be inserted, that is one new entry will be inserted in the system. So now here are many other buttons on this screen, like find data, settings, save, export data, pending by due date, clear field. By clicking on the clear field, we can clear all the fields and can enter the new data we want to add. So here I'm going to show you how to find the data by clicking on the find data button. So the user or admin just have to enter the information in these fields, and all the data he or she wants to find will be shown here. Or from this data he can make a report or can go back. Now, I am going to show you how to use the button pending by due date. To use this button, we can update the hazards. The admin can update the hazards. So by just simply double clicking on these activity, location and generic specific hazards, we will get a screen like this, and then we have to double click on these check boxes, and then we will all the data will be filled in the entry form, where we can change the hazard description, risk assessment, control measures, and admin also can change the date, and then click on the update button. By clicking on the update button, one row will be updated, like one hazard is updated. So this is how the admin can update the hazards or can make the changes in the hazards. So now I am going to show you how to export the data. So to export the data, we have to click on the export data button, and then we will get a screen like this. So in all these fields, the admin or end user have to enter the data or information. Then all the data related to that information will be shown here, and then we can create a PDF or document by clicking on these buttons, or we can remove the data by clicking on the create new report button if we want to make a new report. So I am going to click on the PDF button, and then I will get a pop-up like this on my screen. I have to click on OK, or admin have to, or end user have to click on OK, and then he or she can save the report in their laptop or computer. So the final lookup of the report will be look like this. So now I am going to explain how the product fulfills the purpose for its creation. So this product is developed for outdoor education team, so that they can use this product to identify the hazards. So the main motive of this product is to generate a report of hazards and control mechanisms in a simple and easy steps for the outdoor education team, so that they can use it and save their time without doing manual tasking, as they were copying and pasting the data from one file to another file before. So by using this, they can create report without having human errors, and the product can be used by anyone who doesn't have IT expertise again. The user stories of this product are the admin and end user. The admin can have access to generate the report, as well as he can enter the data, and also he can update the hazards, and can enter the new hazard. He or she have access to enter the new data, and the end user have only access to produce the reports. He or she can only generate the reports by using this system. I hope you all have liked our product, and this will be beneficial for outdoor education team. Thank you for watching our video.